Valheim. I'd heard stories of this fabled land, and a lot of good reviews, so I thought I would seek it out. I gave myself some glorious flowing locks, hitched a ride with the Bird Lady Express, and set foot in this foreboding land for the very first time. This is my story. When I arrived, there was naught but nature. As I stood there looking out on this unspoiled land, I was filled with a tremendous feeling of boredom. I needed to craft something. Valheim, like many survival games, pushes the limits of just how many things you can possibly craft out of rocks and sticks. So, naturally, I picked up some rocks and went out to punch some trees, as they are made of sticks. As my knuckles bled, a thought came to me. Is this just Minecraft for Vikings? Oh, okay. I get it. So that's why this game is so popular. As I settled into this new life, I learned to appreciate the simple things. Nothing beats the taste of coal cooked over an open fire. I built a humble shack with several walls and almost a roof. Since apparently crafting tables don't work in this land unless they have sufficient shelter, it's an unusually needy workstation. I learned important survival skills, like the necessity of staying warm. I made sure to share this knowledge with the local critters. I found myself getting lonely after a few days, here in this land with no one to talk to except one really chatty bird. I wish I had companions, comrades in arms. Side note here, if you were hoping to see some multiplayer gameplay and wish that I was playing this with friends, so do I. I also wish that. I felt the need for adventure. So once I had a stone hatchet and a pocket full of raspberries, I figured I was ready for the first boss. I was nervous as I approached the mark on my map, but as it turns out, you have to summon it, so that was a little anticlimactic. It occurred to me that maybe this was Valheim's way of telling me to prepare a little more, so I figured I'd build a new shack nearby. Better than the one before. Bigger, neater, possibly with a whole roof this time. A place where I can work in peace. As long as I remember to close the door. I took some time to really spruce the place up. Added a second floor, thought about adding a breakfast nook, up the resale value of the place, you know? Have to see what Valheim real estate lists for on Zillow once I figure out how to craft a computer. I added my own innovation to the place, the indoor fire pit. Oh, a little smoky in here. And finally, with a little effort, I reached the apex achievement of any survival game. Pants. Now that I didn't have to worry about twigs and long grass scraping my undercarriage, I did a little more exploring. Found a new area and a big guy to show off my new trousers to. He was not impressed. Figured it was time to upgrade my arsenal, since there's no way I'm winning a clubbing match with that guy. Ranged is the way, thought I. So I crafted a crude bow, a weapon that is both primitive and somehow also still too advanced for my Viking caveman brain, because I could not hit the broadside of a deer with this thing. Still, it was nice being outdoors, I guess. I took a moment to admire the sky tree. Magnificent. Can't wait to cut it down. I bet I could make one hell of a shack out of it. What was I doing? Oh yeah, wasn't I gonna kill a boss at some point? So, it looked like this thing was some sort of deer. I've been shanking those things for hours now. How tough could this be, I thought. I might have miscalculated. I quickly realized that fighting this thing hand-to-hand was a bad idea, but I had already wasted all my arrows, and I couldn't figure out where to get feathers to make more. Birds? I'm guessing? That would make sense. I fought all over the land, over field and hill, in sun and rain. I hoped that the rain might make it short-circuit, but no such luck. Call me crazy, but I think this thing might be magical. At long last, after many deaths, I managed to whack it to death, claimed his head, and made a pickaxe from his antlers. Now I could break rocks. And get metal. That's even better than rocks. But I had to go deeper into the forest, into a region I had barely explored. Why had I never foraged ahead here? Oh yeah, that's right. Now I remember. With this cheeky fellow roaming around, it was going to be dangerous, but the promise of copper was too good to ignore. I plunged ahead and found what I sought. As anyone who plays Minecraft knows, the best way to mine is straight down, so that's what I did. Somehow, this landed me in a predicament. Try as I might, I couldn't seem to get out. All I could do was pray that someone would come along to release me from this fate. And wouldn't you know it, my prayers were answered. In a manner of speaking.